All right, welcome back to the StreamGeeks live video production graphics course. I hope that you're enjoying playing with Newblue effects. Everyone gets a free 60-day trial. And Newblue effects has a graphic editor that we're going to focus on in this video. Again, Newblue effects is a great software to kind of learn how video production and graphics work for professionals, allowing us to send those graphics to our video production software, whether that's vMix, Wirecast, a new tech TriCaster, etc., through a variety of methods that we've discussed in this course. Now we're going to sit down and edit a title to fit our branding and our colors and familiarize ourselves with the editing process. So let's get into it. Hey everybody, if you're watching this video on YouTube, I just wanted to remind you to hit the red subscribe button. It really helps us out and encourages us to keep making video courses like this. So hit the like button and hit the red subscribe button. Thanks. So here is the Newblue effects, and we want to cover the basics of getting a graphic in here and editing it to fit our needs. And I'm going to go into the Inspire folder, and you'll see as we hover over these, we get a chance to kind of play them in the preview bar, and it really helps. And for this video, we are going to choose a graphic, and we're going to go ahead and edit that graphic. And there's multiple ways to edit the graphic. The first is to right-click the graphic once you have it in the channel window. So let's choose a graphic. There's a lot of really cool ones here, as you can see. It's hard to really even choose one. But let's choose this halfway one. I like that one. We'll right-click it, bring it in here. When we right-click it, you can see there's an edit button here. You also can edit it from the preview window, so you can move things around and hit edit graphic right here, and that will also open what is called the Newblue Effects Designer. So this is the designer tool where we can start doing this. Once the window is open, you're presented with three areas. We have the timeline at the bottom. This is probably familiar to people who use a nonlinear editor. You can see how things are moving in and out at specific times. And we can always hit the play button and the restart or the scrub back button and use this red timeline to kind of preview the timeline. Of course, we can move things around. We have the preview playback in the middle here, and then we have the properties menu on the left, and this is where we're going to be able to edit all the colors in each property. Now for starters, once you hit the play button, you've kind of got an idea of what this graphic is doing. The vertical red line moving across the horizontal timeline shows us where we're at. You can see that this graphic fits exactly into about 3 seconds, but just about 4 seconds total is where it ends. So there's about a second of transparency disappearing at the end there. So this is roughly a 4-second image here. Now in the timeline, we can see the individual elements that make up the graphic and at which point they are triggered. So perhaps the most important indicator in the timeline is located at the top, where you see the orange icon that says pause. So you see this here? This is the pause button here. The pause icon indicates the point at which the graphic will hold. In other words, when we play the graphic live, the graphic will reach a static state and remain there until we cue it to leave, at which point it will disappear in the manner we've designed it to. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. The final area of note is the timeline to the left-hand side. Here you will see an icon that looks like an eye with a right-facing arrow next to it. There will be one eye for each element in the graphic. In our timeline, there are 4 elements here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The reload text and the lock text here. So we have the ability to kind of put these in and out, and here they are here. So it gives us a little bit more of a view of what is going on inside. If we click the right-facing arrow on the audio, nothing happens because the audio-only component does not have any modifications. So there's actually, shoot, I don't know if I have the same exact one as you did, Kyle, so I might have to get rid of that piece here. However, if we click the right-facing arrow next to the text here, we can see that it does have modifiers or effects. The first effect here is the shotgun slam, which are both triggered at the 0 mark here. So see that shotgun slam? It's kind of cool. That's that effect there. Boom. And it ends right around the 1 second mark. At the end of the timeline for the reload text, we'll see that it leaves the shotgun effect. So we have kind of fading in and fading away at the end. Before we go any further, let's take a moment to click on an empty space within the preview timeline to be sure that we don't have anything selected, and to look at the left hand of the screen. Here we can see the most basic elements of the graphic. We've got line 1, we've got line 2, and then we have the colors that we can adjust. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll change this to stream, and then we'll change this to geeks. StreamGeeks, that's pretty cool. Of course I spelled stream wrong, so we'll fix that. And let's go ahead and change some of the colors. So it will open up a color picker here. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3. The color's kind of messed up. We got to choose a good color, but for this example, I think white is fine just because. Let's go ahead and do the undo button there. Choose white, which I think is FFFFFF. There we go. Cool. So we'll just do white and black for now, but you can see obviously that we can change the color. Maybe we'll just change the color of this centerpiece here. That's pretty cool. And there we go. Maybe we'll change the color of this other rectangle to be. And then we'll just change this. Maybe I will make some changes. It's so easy. FFFFF. There we go. That looks a little better. A little bit more on brand. Boom. Now we'll play it out. And we've just customized this graphic. Now what we're going to do is we can hover our mouse over each of these different areas, and what we'll see is the properties area to the left has changed. When we do this, the window now shows a variety of different options for motion, style, data, effects, and transitions in here. So this is how we can really get into some of the awesome effects that are available. Beneath them, you can see the basic text editing features for, you can see here we've got font and all of these different things. Like if I change the font up a little bit, you can see it gets bigger and smaller. And we have the ability to change the 3D face, the opacity, the offset. We've got 3D controls here for motion, so we can really customize things. Changing the color is obviously easy enough. We are fine with the motion data for now, but you can see that in the motion data tab, you can really have some complexity here for playing through, adding a audio file if you want there to be some audio that makes it more engaging, and I really do kind of recommend adding some audio to this, but just to keep this tutorial kind of under a certain time limit, we'll skip the audio portion, but obviously that's something you might want to add. And then you can go to the transition effects as well and see some of the different effects for blending, and then in the transition tab. And what we'll do here is perhaps just add a little bit more overlap to the transition. There's presets for transitions as well, such as fade letters, and you can see here the transition goes smoothly. Now, as we are editing these graphics, you can see that if we want the graphic to come in a little bit more slowly, we can adjust these sliders here. So we can kind of have the StreamGeeks come in maybe a little more slowly. Let's try this and see how it looks. know, that's nice. So you can, in here, you can drag and drop these faders. That's why it's nice to drop these down so that we can, you know, extend the time that it grows, for example, and fade. So you have some options there for, you know, changing the speeds at which things happen by dragging and dropping these here. And as we click each one, it will open up the transition settings here so that we can really dig into all of the options. All right, so now that we've gotten here, we can go ahead and file save as, and we'll call this halfway in our documents there, and close. Do you want to keep your changes? Yes, we do want to keep them. And so now you can see that we've added this, and we can go ahead and play it, and it's totally customized to fit our needs. So what a cool area. Now we can still make customizations in Titler Live, but we were also able to make those really customized things in the editor. So that is mainly what we wanted to show off today. All right, well, I hope that was a nice look at the Newblue FX editor. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're having a fun time taking our free online course here. I hope that it's been helpful for you. And in our next video, we'll look at controlling all of this with an Elgato Stream Deck.